Oh my god. Morning. Morning. My name is Kim, and I work a corporate job while living in a van. And my goal is to become a full-time nomad and completely transform my life so that I'm making money from the internet and traveling full-time. That was a mouthful. But this morning, I'm not in my van. I am in my mom's apartment. I have work in an hour and a half, and I'm in here because sometimes at night, my Jackery will run out of battery. And in order to use my Jackery, I need to charge it. In order to use anything in my van, I need to charge it. So fortunately, I live pretty close to my mom. And on mornings like this, I can come into her home and charge my Jackery, which is really nice. If I didn't have access to my mom's home, I would go to a coffee shop or something like that. But my mom's home is a little bit more accessible, so I come here, charge the Jackery, do what I need to do, and I can take a shower, wash my clothes if I need to, so that's a luxury that I really appreciate. Right now, I'm just charging, and I'm gonna take a shower and get ready for work in an hour. When I decided to start posting videos again, I was a bit ashamed about talking about this aspect of my lifestyle where I come into my mom's home to charge my battery, to shower, to wash my clothes, because it made me feel like I wasn't a real van lifer, or that I was cheating, or that I was a fraud for whatever reason. And the reality is that van life looks different for a lot of people. It's not being on the road 24/7 always. It isn't always a super sweet Mercedes Sprinter renovation. Sometimes van life looks like this. And it's not always the super glamorous lifestyle that you see online, especially when you're just starting out, and especially when, I don't know, you don't have a bunch of money, or a bunch of credit to work with. Sometimes it looks just like this, but it's just as valuable as any other form of van life. It's just as, I don't know, yeah. Anyways, I need to go take my shower, so I'm gonna go take a shower. Okay, so this morning, my Jackery is doing the thing where it's charging slowly. So sometimes when I plug the Jackery into grid power, it'll charge at like 950 watts. And then if it's charging at 950, it'll basically charge up in like an hour and a half. But because this morning it's charging with 350 or so watts, it is going to take about 2.5 hours. It usually won't charge as long as it says it's going to charge. It usually charges at like 75% of that, but still, that's kind of annoying. Because I'm kind of at the behest of my battery. If I want to exist in my van, I can't use my sink, and I can't use my Starlink or keep my refrigerator on if I don't have power. So I kind of have to, wait for the Jackery to do its thing and charge. And it's just one of those things, but I'm glad that I have access to grid power so I can charge it. But that's just kind of a reality of my day-to-day, where I have to, if it's early in the morning and I have work at 9, I have to make sure that my Jackery is charged. So I'm gonna charge it as much as it can. I'm gonna let it charge as much as it can charge this morning, and I'll probably head out at 8:45 and go to my spot and clock in for work. And hopefully the solar will keep it pretty topped off, because today is gonna be pretty sunny. The sun's already out, there's not really any clouds out today, so I'm hoping that with it being winter, the about an hour and a half that we get where the sun is at optimal levels, that it's bringing in a lot for the solar, will keep my battery okay. And then I can do my work until about 4:30. So if not, I'll probably have to pop into a coffee shop at lunch on my break so I can charge it a little bit more, which is fine. But that's just the reality of this lifestyle. I wouldn't change it for anything else, but yeah, you kind of have to, especially for me, I don't have a super robust power system. I'm just kind of running off of the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 and the damn sun. So, and grid power when I need to use it. But that paired with it being winter, yeah, it's a bit tough with just 400 watts plus a Starlink, which is basically just satellite internet, but Starlinks use a lot of power. So when you're like me and you have to use the internet in order to do work, it can be quite expensive as far as power draw goes. So we're just gonna let it do its thing, and I'm gonna get dressed and kind of kill some time while I'm in here as I wait for this baby to charge. I also will take the time I have to spend in here, and I'll bring in my dirty clothes, which is usually just dirty underwear and dirty socks and maybe a couple tees, and I will wash those while I'm in here, because why not kill 3 birds with 1 stone, charging, shower, and laundry. It's days like today where I really miss being on the road, and a year ago, a little over a year ago, I traveled quite a bit while camping in my Kia Soul. I did a lot of traveling in the West Coast, and I remember how happy I felt in those times. It's interesting how with life there are, peaks and valleys, just like with anything, just like the seasons. You have spring and summer and fall and winter. There are periods of intense growth, and there are periods of quiet and solitude and reflection. And I think that for me, a huge high point in my life was realizing that I wanted nothing more than to be location independent and to travel. And when I realized that, I was working as an intern doing software engineering for a really big tech company, and I had never felt so alone in my life before, even though I was making a lot of money. And I was living in San Francisco. I was living in this really beautiful place. When I was at work and when I was around the other interns, I just remember feeling more depressed and more alone than I had ever felt in my life. But I was around so many other people, I was around so many of my peers, and I kept wondering why I felt so sad and why I felt so lonely. And it was only the times where I would leave the city in my car and I would go to the redwood forests, or I would go to the desert. And when I was camping in those places, and when I was going hiking and exploring all the beauty of the West, is when I really felt not alone for the first time. And that's when I realized that I wanted to do van life and that I wanted to save for a van. And I did. And I bought my van, Miranda Cosgrove, and I love her so much. And I'm really proud of how far I've come, but there will still be times like this where I compare myself to other van lifers, and I compare myself to other travelers who kind of made their van life realities or travel dreams come true a lot faster than me. And I think the part that makes it the worst is that for a minute I thought, and I was even making content about how I'd be on the road a lot sooner, or doing full-time traveling or full-time van life a lot sooner, and that didn't happen. And of all the time that I've spent not creating content, and of all the time that I've spent kind of in my head circling around these feelings of shame and feelings of like, oh my God, the hubris of me to think that I could do this, you know, on a timeline that short. Of all of the time I've spent kind of swimming around those feelings of shame and feelings of embarrassment and sadness for where I'm at in my life, it didn't do anything for me. It only just made me feel worse. And I realized that because I was feeling all of those things, I stopped sharing my life with people. And I guess what I'm trying to do now is be as authentic and as vulnerable as I possibly can, even if that feels like really embarrassing, or even if it brings up my own feelings that I've tried to hide for so long of just feeling kind of silly and, you know, maybe a bit short-sighted. It's okay, I guess, for me, and I think that by making these videos, or trying to make these videos, that it's healing for me. There's just something healing about choosing to show it all, you know, whether it's cute or whether it's not cute. And it doesn't feel good to be so vulnerable, and it's something that I'm working on. But I'm trying to keep the camera on, even if it makes my nervous system scream at me, and even if, you know, my anxiety is all over the place. I'm trying by exposure to be as vulnerable as I can, to show this aspect of someone who has decided that, you know, life, working a corporate job and going into work every day and coming home to an apartment or to a house is not the life that they want to live, and documenting the journey that it comes from that point of realization to fighting to make that lifestyle possible, whether it's van life or backpacking or, you know, whatever, getting a cabin in the woods and fucking off for the rest of your life. Whatever it is, I just want to show that it's possible. And with a bit of like courage, oh, that's cheesy. And with a bit of courage and pushing through, you know, the feelings and things that we've been taught by the system that we live in, it can happen. So that's why I'm making these videos. I don't know how charged my Jackery is, but it is, oh God. It's 8:38. I don't think my Jackery charged very much, which kind of sucks, but I have work soon, so I'm gonna have to go log in. What I think I'm going to do, since it hasn't charged that much, I think I'm just gonna go to a coffee shop, think I'm just gonna go to my coffee shop, the one I go to all the time, and let it charge a little bit more. But I do need to eat some breakfast, so I think I'll head back to the van, make some breakfast, and then head to the coffee shop. Get some work done. Okay, I actually just ended up coming to my favorite spot, so here we are. Spot. Yeah. Should get lots of good solar here today. It's like 9 in the morning. We're pulling in 40 watts, 30 watt, 39. That's not too bad for this time of day, so I think we'll be okay. We got enough charge. I think I'll be all right. And I totally didn't realize that I just drove all the way over here with my fan up here, so it didn't fall. It's a bit of a weird morning, but we're pulling it together. We're pulling it together. Hopefully you can't see my piss jug down there. Can you? No, not really. Okay. Let's turn on the heater. Okay. I'm gonna have to just sit in front of my heater for a bit. I'm cold. I need some oatmeal and some time in front of my diesel heater, and then my nervous system will relax and I can lock in and do my work. But today for work, I only had one meeting for today, and then I just went into Teams and saw that that meeting got canceled. So I mean, I have stuff I can work on today and I'll work on it, but a lot of days are like this where I'm kind of just, maybe this is why I'm not cut out for corporate America. I don't know. Why did my heater just turn off? Are you getting power? Oh, well that's why you're not getting any power. Jesus. Too much going on around here. Let's see how much diesel we have left in the diesel heater so we can kind of get an estimate on how long we'll be able to get heat today before we need to fill back up. Okay, that's not bad. We're at a little above, yeah, we're just at 75%, so that'll be just enough for today. Oh my god, I can see my breath. It's cold. Oh, but it's so pretty out here. Look at that. Okay, let's make some breakfast. Oh. No, I need to sit in front of the diesel heater first. It's cold. It's cold. Oh, that's nice. It's gonna kick on full blast in a second. Then it's gonna go whoosh, and then it's gonna relax a little bit. And after it does that for about 15-20 minutes, it's gonna feel real nice and toasty in here. In the meantime, I'm clocking in and checking my emails. I'm doing what I should be doing, don't worry. I'm also gonna let my hair dry a little bit under the heater too. Yeah! 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 Oh! That's so nice. So nice. The great thing about this heater is when it's kicking on high, it'll get so hot to the point to where I can't even keep my hand in front of it for too long because it'll burn my hand. It's that hot. It's so good. So good. I keep a fire extinguisher in here. Okay, heater's been going for about 10 minutes. It's warming up pretty good in here. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Starlink. So if you don't know what a Starlink is, it's basically the way I get internet from anywhere on the planet. All you have to do is take it outside and point it at the sky. And as long as it has a relatively unobstructed view of the sky, you can get access to the internet. So I'm gonna go set this up. It seems that my solar is having less issues now. In my last video, I was having some problems with my solar, but it seems that it's not having any problems today, which is really nice. I don't know what changed, but I sure hope it stays that way. Yeah, because it's pulling in exactly what it should be pulling in right now, which is really nice. So hopefully it keeps doing that. Look at this view. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Beautiful! It's little things. You gotta get it when you can. Let's make some breakfast. That didn't get nearly as hot as it should have. I'm gonna warm that back up. Yeah, there we go. Alright, it is lunchtime. I have been working for a few hours now. I don't know what I'm gonna make for lunch. It is so nice and toasty in here. Oh my god. It's 11:58. So the sun is right above us. Well, not right above us because it's winter. But the sun is up ahead. And when it's a sunny day like this, you know, it warms up the van pretty nicely. Even if it's colder outside. It's 47 degrees outside and the heater's off right now. And it's pretty warm in here. It's probably like 76, 78 degrees in here. Nice and toasty. So I'm going to crank on the max air fan to ventilate and cook something. I think I'm just gonna do a simple avocado toast with eggs on it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just one avocado toast, 2 fried eggs, can't go wrong. And I need to eat some greens, so I think I will force myself to do dino time and eat some greens, and I'll show you what dino time is in a second. Yeah. I'm like, I'm still waking up. I don't know what's going on. Oh look, there's a Starlink. Whee. Probably shouldn't do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's so warm in here. I think I'm gonna have to get a plastic spatula. I was watching a video on YouTube, I forget which YouTube channel, but it's basically a YouTube channel that shows a bunch of chefs kind of doing their thing. And something they talked about is how, like, and I don't know, they were talking about using ceramic pans to cook their food. I don't know if this is ceramic or not. I'm not a chef, I just do stuff. But something one of them mentioned was that when you use metal against a non-stick pan, it basically scratches the surface and then it becomes a not non-stick pan. And I get neurotic when I'm using a pan and my stuff starts sticking to it. So I think I'm going to have to get a plastic spatula at some point. That was really long-winded, I don't know. But yeah, that's probably in the pipeline for me at some point. Oh shit. Too saucy with it. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Hold that. Probably shouldn't try juggling these. Okay. What if I can do this one-handed? I see people do this one-handed and I think it's pretty cool. Whoa! I didn't think I'd be able to do that. Oh my god. Again. Wait, that means I can do it and hold the camera at the same time. Whoa! Oh my god. No. Okay, that could have been worse. Whoa. Did I get a bit of shell in there? No, that's okay. Alright. We're good. We're cooking with gas. Beautiful. Color protein. Clean as you cook. Clean as you cook. Clean as you cook. This guac is looking a little brown, but all I think she needs is just a little stir. I don't know, what do you think? This is taking me back to my coffee shop days. I've made many an avocado toast in my day. What's crazy is that, like, now I completely work a corporate job, which in a lot of ways is really nice. But in some ways I do miss the familiarity, I guess, and the repetition of working in a coffee shop. Because at least, like, at the end of the day, you know what you've done and you're working with your hands. And you can also see the result of your hard work. Like, I remember all of the times where I'd make a latte and I'd do latte art. And I would hand it off, you know, to someone and they'd smile and they'd, you know, waddle over to their seat with their latte and they'd take a picture of it. And I just felt like a small sense of gratification from doing stuff like that. And you don't really get that same sense of gratification, or at least I don't, working in corporate. And that's something that, I thought there was someone right outside my van, oh my god. That's something that I kind of miss. I don't know. But it sucks that in a lot of jobs where you work with your hands, they don't pay nearly as much as your typical corporate desk jockey jobs. So, alas. I'll let this fry a little bit longer. Just a little bit, and turn it down a little. Okay, I think while my eggs are cooking and crisping up, I'm gonna go ahead and do dyno time. If you're chronically online, you may already be familiar with dyno time, but basically, dyno time is when you take any variation of green vegetable and you kind of just palm it like so, get a good handful like that, and then you just, this actually might be too much, but if I do that I can get it all. Whoop. You just it's pretty good. It's a good way to get your greens in. You know, get all the nutrients you need from the greens, just get it done. There's no like putting it all into a smoothie bullshit, just like get it in, one and done, boom boom. I try to do that twice a day. Bada bing bada boom, get your greens in. I need to wash my mouth out. Oh, that's cold. Okay, we did it. Bone smack the teeth. I've made prettier looking avocado toast, but this is gonna be pretty good. I'm not gonna puncture the yolk. Oh. Also, I will say, my solar has been acting better today. I don't know what I did, but it's not nearly as annoying, so that's a good thing. It has, if you watch my last video, you'll know that I've been having an issue with my solar where basically it'll charge at the level it's supposed to be charging at. Oh, I was trying to figure out why my TV wasn't working. It's because I'm not using the Fire Stick, I'm using the laptop. Hold on. Gotta switch this out. Basically, the way I use my entertainment system / desk setup is when I'm working, I'll have my Mac plugged into the HDMI port with this HDMI cable, but when I want to just like watch TV, I'll take my Amazon Fire Stick and then plug that into the HDMI port. And that is how I get all of my streaming services, like the YouTubes and the Netflixes and the Disney Pluses. I don't pay for Disney Plus, I bomb Disney Plus. Anyway, my solar is acting better today. It's not doing what it's been doing in the past few days, where when it does drop off, I've kind of figured out that if I unplug the top one, if I unplug the top cable and then plug it back in, it usually goes back to what it should be doing without much issue, which is great. But it's still kind of weird because I've noticed the bottom cable gets kind of hot. Like, not super hot to where it seems concerning or to where it's like, you know, burning me if I touch it, but it's pretty warm. So I wonder if that may also have something to do with it, because the top one doesn't get very warm. So that makes me think that it might be something to do with the Jackery. I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit more research and see what's going on. Anyway, oh my god, look at that person. Who is that? Oh my god. Oh, and I have to connect it to my speaker.
Is left of my straw. Look at this little shit. Look at him. Going right to.
Oh my gosh, they're coming back.
Oh my gosh, wow. I really love watching content from other van lifers because it makes me feel better about my own situation. And oh my god, there's the saying, like, once you climb one mountain, there's just another mountain. And oh, I'm watching one of my favorite van lifers, and oh my god, dude, she bought some land and she had a bunch of straw on her land, and a bunch of wild Colorado cows just came and ate all the straw. Dude, that's crazy. And then she built a whole fence. She utilized her resources, and her people had a whole fence built. Was like, hell yeah, we got it. Next day, she wakes up, they had breached the fence and demolish the rest of her straw. And I'm over here like complaining about my solar system that you know, that's when I can still use the grid power. Oh my gosh, but still, yeah, crazy. I didn't really show myself eating it, but this avocado toast was fuego. It was really good. I think that's gonna hold me over till dinner.
I'm disappointed that all of that happened. I'll need to buy more than that. I'll need to buy all of them. It really sucks. Like 2 minutes.
Salmon.
I'm okay. That's inside of that little fence.
Got the solar.
Yeah.
Electric.
Gotta salt the salmon just a little bit. What's crazy is I didn't buy this salmon myself. I actually had a friend gift this to me for Christmas. This friend, they actually got me an entire box of this canned salmon, and this is the last one. It's really good.
Cows ate all of my straw, you know. Because I'm just one little lady doing my best, okay?
I could go out, could put on a hoodie, could go sit out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go sit outside for a second. Yeah. I got wool socks on. I'll live. I'll be okay. Let's go. Sometimes I'll think to myself like, oh yeah, this but in Grand Teton National Park, or this but in Yosemite, or whatever. I don't need this beanie on. But in any national park or any BLM land, and BLM land just stands for Bureau of Land Management, which means public lands that you can camp on for up to 14 days before you have to like move to a different spot. But when I was doing my road trip, when I was out west, I was camping in BLM land and national forests and doing it that way. I didn't pay for a campsite a single time. And I remember, oh, look, another barge. Look at that. I just remember how happy I felt, you know? And I miss that feeling so much. I think coming out here is the closest that I can get to that feeling again, but I can't camp overnight in this park, so I have to go back into the city. But it'll be a really nice day when I can go back out and do that on a regular basis. I think about it all the time. To wash these dishes and then I need to clock back into work. Oh, the litter patrol guys are here. It's kind of crazy the amount of litter that people leave out here at this park. Makes me sad. It's made me want to get one of those like trash grabbers myself and start taking out trash when I come here, because it's really like some of the stuff that people leave out here is just despicable. It's ridiculous. Oh, the video ended. Okay. I gotta pause it.
Oh my god. Why is the...
Did I pop? Oh, I fixed it. I didn't even know I touched the home button. I don't even know how I did that. Wow. One of my biggest things is I love watching. One of my biggest things is that I just love watching shit while I'm cleaning. It's just comforting. And also inspiring. I love watching other van lifers. It makes me feel less alone. less alone in a city where vanlifers just do not exist. I'm sure there are a couple. And there's also, now that I speak of it, there's literally an RV park just a few hundred feet in front of me. But I think there's a bit of a difference from your garden variety southern RVer to your traveling vanlifer. And actually, let me not say that. I don't want to be divisive, but the culture is just a little different here in Central Arkansas. At least, like, I remember how I felt when I drove into Moab, Utah for the first time, which is a huge van life city. And I remembered being around so many van lifers and around so many granola people and thinking to myself, holy shit. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I've never felt so not weird. I've never felt so not weird in my life. This is just like Tuesday for y'all. That's crazy. Trying to conserve my water. I'm really low on it, so that's what the is about. I can tell it's about to run out. Oh, just let me get my dishes dry. I just need to rinse my dishes. Oh, so close. We're so close. We're so close. She's sputtering. She's sputtering. Come on, baby. Just a little bit more. You got it. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. Okay. Okay. You're done. You're done. No more. Just gonna have to dry these with some of the suds on them still. That's okay. You did your hardest, and that's what matters. Patreon. Hey, I just got a notification. Kristen Wolfgang? He said, great to see you again. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. I'm done with work. Yeah. You snuck your way right into my heart. Alright, this park closes at sundown. The sun is going down, so I'm gonna head out and leave. I wish I could camp here though. This is such a nice spot. Lighting. I would do my dishes, but I am out of water in my 5-gallon tank, so I will have to replenish my water later tonight. Just resetting the van for transit, or at least I like to call this resetting, when I kind of put everything away so I can drive the van and make sure everything is set in a way that it won't fall when I'm driving. Because I like my things and I don't want them to all fall all over the place. And I think I'll actually stop at the gas station and fill up my diesel heater with some more diesel, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna get chilly tonight, and if the temperature gets below 32 degrees, if it gets below freezing, I like to run the diesel heater all night. Yeah, it looks like it is gonna get, actually no it's not. The low for tonight is going to be 40 degrees, so I won't have it running all night. But on the nights that it does get below freezing, I like to keep it running, because it can run for that long if I've topped it off. So tonight I won't be doing that, but I am still going to top it off and go to the gas station anyways and fill it with diesel, just because I might as well if I'm already out and driving. Oh, I gotta get the Starlink.
There's a couple in a car next to the van. They're blasting some music and it looks like they're hooking up in there, so it is my time to go. I think we're all locked and loaded. Good to go. OBKB, let's go to the gas station. Something has already fallen. I don't know what it was. See how much we break the bank today. Getting some diesel. Alright, and we spent a whopping $1.31. It's not bad for heat. That'll last the next couple days. I gotta do something about these Starlink wires. Super long. You could be my American hot boy. You could be my American. Oh, please don't fall. Okay, nice. Please don't fall on the second turn. Okay. You know, the funny thing about me, I guess. Does anyone care? I don't know. If you're watching, you probably care. Okay. The funny thing about me is that I feel like I've manifested my moving date for, you know, when I'm gonna be on the road full time in this van, probably 3 different times. And I call it manifesting because, like, it's kind of manifesting, you know, you're speaking something into existence by saying, I'm gonna leave on this day. But the things, I mean, I won't say that I wasn't actively trying to make it happen, because it's one thing to manifest something and it's another thing to take action that actually makes that dream or that goal a reality. But I don't know. This is by far my least favorite van chore. There's just something about hauling this thing to go fill it with fresh water and then hauling it back that I just do not like. I need to charge the jacker too. Oh, it's still plugged into the solar. Shit. Need to haul all this stuff up. Okay, Jackery's completely charged up. Oh my god. Not bad. My mom gave me some cantaloupe. It was very kind of her. I'm very grateful for her. I love cantaloupe. Okay, I'm gonna get the diesel heater going, get nice and toasty in here, and get comfortable. I don't know if I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. I might just make some dinner and maybe watch a video essay. Yeah, I don't know about a video. I don't know about a movie for tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna get cozy and get my night started. At the end of the night, after I've charged the battery, I always gotta plug everything back in. Start heating.
possible that a jury would believe an objectively reasonable officer would believe the deadly force. Itself says that the decision of the piece on totality of the circumstances, which, quote, shall account for a chaotic situation. The SUV's tires, here interpreting the Minnesota statute.
That was such a shock. I had no idea, and there were all these clues. First class, I was so shocked. And then you never want to go back to coach again. I agree.
Okay, I've been chilling too hard. On a scale of 1 to totally toasty, I am totally toasty in here. I've just been sitting, watching YouTube videos and chilling. And it's 7:45 now, so it's past time for dinner, so I definitely need to make some dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna make tonight. I don't know. I could have some soup, or I could make, I don't know, I could just make some eggs or something. I'm not super hungry. Part of me wants to make pancakes, but I'm not gonna do that. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do, but it's kind of insane. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll just make some eggs, and then I want to try this combination of oatmeal and hot chocolate, because my sweet tooth doesn't go away. Okay, this you must understand. I have a vicious sweet tooth, and I want to try it. Yeah, I'm gonna try the oatmeal. I don't know, I keep wanting to say oat milk. I'm gonna try the oatmeal with hot chocolate powder in it and see how that tastes. But first, I should have some eggs. Yeah, some eggs with some like spinach, and we'll have that for dinner. Yeah, interesting dinner, but sounds good. We'll do that. But first, I need to clean my dishes from earlier, and once I have those clean, I get to re-dirty them so I can make dinner again. Got water! Okay, you'll have to excuse me. I got a little distracted there. I was listening to some of the greats, but we're locked in. We're back locked in now. We've got the digital fireplace. About to make some eggs. Let's get into it. For some reason, my refrigerator is not on. I do not know why. I wonder if the cord accidentally got disconnected. Oh, yep, that's exactly what I've been in a very musical mood today. Lots of good music today. Okay, let's make some eggs. Oh, first we need to scramble. A little bit of shell in there. Whoopsies. 4 eggs for dinner. I will eventually start making like actual elaborate proper dinners, but for right now, this is hitting the spot. I'm gonna go ahead and get the oatmeal ready. So that's gonna be my dessert. Oh. Wow, look at that. I really do go through oatmeal like no one's business. It's kind of scary. But good thing. I'll back up. got 2 oatmeal packets and a hot chocolate packet. I should not be given the responsibilities of adulthood because I was gonna do shit like this. I personally like my eggs scrambled kind of hard. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I don't really like them soft and fluffy. Like I want to be able to like cut into them with a knife or a fork. I don't know, it's just like they just feel heartier that way. I don't know. I don't add milk or anything to my scrambled eggs. It's just the eggs themselves. I like the taste of the egg. I want to taste the egg. I'm not down with all that like super fluffy French shit. I just want some eggs, you know? Like look at that. That's what we want. Delicious. I'm so excited to eat that. Now let's make our oatmeal. Okay. I am going to add an extra thing to my oatmeal tonight. It's been suggested that I should add just a little bit of pancake batter to my oatmeal to make it even better. So I'm essentially going to make a dry mix consisting of 2 packets of oatmeal, a pack of hot chocolate, and just a little bit of pancake mix. I don't know how that's gonna taste, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I actually think I'm only gonna use half of the pack of hot chocolate. I don't want to go too crazy with this. Here we go. Pancake mix. Oh my god. Give that a stir. Smells really good, I'll say that. Okay, I think it's ready. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Oh my god. It's kind of soupy. It'll cook down though. I'm gonna let that cook for a minute. It's like, it's almost cake-like. It's thick. Jeez. Did it get hot enough? Oh yeah. Okay. I'll let that do its thing. Let's eat these eggs. I forgot to add the spinach. I guess I'm just gonna have to do dino time later. It's a little bit salty. I went a little crazy on the salt this time, but it's not bad. Perfect consistency, perfect texture. Give that a 7 out of 10. I finished my eggs, and I just have this this concoction that I made. Let's see if it's any good. Okay, yeah, it smells very rich. I'm not a huge fan of like super rich desserts, so we will see. Turn that down a bit. Okay. Okay. It's not bad. And I can't say that it's not good either. It's good. It's good. The flavor is good. The texture, I don't think the oats completely cooked as much as I would have liked them to. But it's good. The texture is just what's throwing me off, but the flavor is there. Yeah, it's good. It's just a bit thick. It's almost like, it's almost gummy, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of chewing. But the flavor is good. I think if I had to rate it, I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. It's mid. Well, maybe a 5, 5.5, 5.5 out of 10. Yeah. It just needs a different consistency. I think if it were a bit soupier and the oats were softer, it'd be better. But overall, for an experiment, I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I ate the whole thing, but it's a treat. It's a treat. I feel like if you like cake, you'd like something like this. I'm not a huge cake person. I'm more of a pie person. I like my desserts to be moist. Yeah. It's a very like, I'm filling your entire mouth kind of experience, which feels like a cake experience as opposed to like a pie or a tart. I think I'm overanalyzing those. After eating on this for a while, it's like I might bump my rating up to a 6. Like a 6.2. It's growing on me. It's growing. I think it's growing on me because the oats are continuing to cook as I eat it and they're softening a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Okay, it is 8:37. I have work at 9 tomorrow. So I'm not gonna watch a movie, but I think I'll just watch a video essay on the YouTube and get changed and go to bed. Just gonna keep it simple tonight. Perfect to watch before going to bed in a van.
I've never encountered a serial killer who would behave quite so much in that pantomimic way.
Okay. What's interesting about this clip, so in this scene, the Zodiac killer brings with him rope he's wearing.
Alright, I just finished my dishes, put them away. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. If you've made it all the way to this part of the video, you are kind of goated for that. Oh god. Oh, I just said that. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.